Welcome to Finance with Ishani, your reliable source for financial wisdom. This is the place where we take the mystery out of money matters, breaking down complex financial concepts into simple, digestible insights. Whether you're a budgeting beginner or an investment enthusiast, there's something here for everyone. We're all about empowering you with the knowledge and strategies you need to take charge of your financial future. From practical budgeting tips to savvy investment advice, we aim to provide you with resources that can help you navigate the financial landscape with confidence. Because here at Finance with Ishani, we believe that financial independence isn't a distant dream, but a reality within your reach. So, are you ready to take that first step towards financial freedom? In today's episode, we're going to discuss 5 indispensable tips to revamp your finances and build a budget that works in 2024. Tip 1. Establish recurring financial meetings. Now you might be wondering, why is that so important? Well, let's dive in. Regular financial meetings are all about keeping track of your finances. They are a time to sit down, review your spending, and see where your money is going. It's like a routine checkup, but for your wallet. And it's not just about scrutinizing every cent spent. It's an opportunity to reassess your financial goals, adjust your budget, and plan for the future. Maybe you want to save for a new car, or perhaps you're aiming for an early retirement. Whatever your goals, these meetings can help you plot a course to reach them. So, how do you set up these meetings effectively? Well, the first step is to make them regular. Whether it's weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, the key is consistency. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a habit that you need to cultivate, just like going to the gym or reading a book. The next step is to make these meetings comprehensive. Look at all aspects of your finances, your income, your expenses, your savings, and your investments. Don't leave any stone unturned. And finally, make these meetings actionable. Each meeting should end with a set of clear, achievable actions. Maybe it's cutting back on takeout meals or putting a little extra into your savings account each month. Whatever it is, make sure it's something you can and will do before your next meeting. Remember, these meetings are for you. They're a chance for you to take control of your money rather than letting it control you. And they're a chance for you to make conscious decisions about your financial future. So start today. Schedule your first financial meeting, set your goals, review your spending, make a plan, and then stick to it. Remember, consistency is key to financial success. Scene script. Tip 2. Concentrate on one spending area each month. Now you might be wondering, why focus on just one area of spending each month? Well, it's simple. When we try to overhaul everything at once, it can feel overwhelming and we often fall short of our goals. But by focusing on one specific area, we can better understand our spending habits and make meaningful changes. Think of it like this, it's akin to spring cleaning. Rather than trying to clean the entire house in one go, you tackle one room at a time. The same principle can be applied to your finances. You take it one step at a time, 1 month at a time. So, how do you choose the area to focus on? It could be anything from dining out, to groceries, to entertainment, or even your online shopping habits. The key is to pick a category that you believe needs the most attention. For example, if you find that you've been dining out a lot lately and it's making a significant dent in your wallet, make that your focus for the month. Spend that month exploring ways to cut down on dining out. Maybe you could try cooking more at home or limiting yourself to eating out only once a week. Remember, the goal here isn't to completely cut out spending in that area, but rather to find ways to reduce it and make it more manageable. It's about making small, incremental changes that add up over time. At the end of the month, reflect on the changes you've made and the money you've saved. Use this as a motivation to tackle the next area of spending in the following month. Budgeting is not about deprivation, it's about making conscious decisions about where your money goes. It's about prioritizing your spending in a way that aligns with your values and goals. By focusing on one area of spending each month, you'll be able to gain a better understanding of your spending habits, make necessary adjustments, and ultimately take control of your finances. By doing so, you'll be able to gradually improve your spending habits. Tip 3. Understand that 80% success is good enough. Now, this might sound counterintuitive to some, particularly to those who've been taught to aim for 100% in everything they do. But let's pause for a moment and think about it. When it comes to budgeting and managing finances, striving for perfection can often lead to frustration and disappointment. It's like going on a diet and feeling like you failed because you had a slice of cake at a party. So what's the alternative? It's simple, accepting that 80% success is not just good enough, but actually pretty great. This doesn't mean selling yourself short or lowering your standards. It's about setting realistic expectations and understanding that perfection is not always attainable or even necessary. It's about acknowledging that life happens, unexpected expenses come up, and that's okay. In reality, if you're hitting 80% of your financial goals, you're doing well, you're saving, you're reducing debt, you're making progress. And that's what truly matters. This 80% mindset can help alleviate the stress and pressure that comes with managing money. It allows room for flexibility, for minor setbacks, and for those little indulgences that make life enjoyable. So, how can you implement this approach? Start by setting clear financial goals, whether it's saving a certain amount, paying off debt, or cutting down on unnecessary spending. Then, aim to achieve 80% of those goals. If you do better, fantastic. But if you only reach 80%, don't beat yourself up. Celebrate your accomplishment and use it as motivation to do even better next time. In the end, managing finances is not about perfection. It's about making steady, consistent progress towards your financial goals. It's about building healthy financial habits that can last a lifetime. So don't let the pursuit of 100% success deter you from your journey. Embrace the 80% success rule and see how it transforms your financial life. Remember, perfection is not the goal, but progression is. Scene script. Tip 4. Pay attention to overall trends in behavior. Now, this might seem a bit abstract at first, but stick with me here. It's really all about taking a step back and looking at the big picture. When it comes to managing our finances, it's easy to get caught up in the minutiae of individual transactions. We tend to fret over that extra coffee we bought last Tuesday or the impulse buy we made over the weekend. But here's the thing, folks, it's not about one-off expenses. It's about patterns. Yes, you heard it right. It's the patterns in our spending behavior that truly make or break our budget. When we focus on overall trends, we get a clearer understanding of where our money is consistently flowing. It's like zooming out on a map to see the entire journey instead of just the next turn. So, how do we identify these trends? Well, it's simpler than you might think. For starters, keep track of your expenses over a period of time. It could be a month, a quarter, or even a year, depending on what works for you. Categorize your spending into broad areas like groceries, utilities, entertainment, and so on. This will give you a bird's-eye view of your spending habits. Now look for patterns. Do you see a consistent overspending in a particular category? Or maybe a recurring expense that you hadn't noticed before? These are your trends, your financial behavior captured in numbers. Recognizing these trends is half the battle. The next step is to use this knowledge to your advantage. If you're overspending on dining out, for instance, you might want to consider cooking at home more often. If your utility bills are higher than expected, it might be time to look for energy-saving alternatives. Remember, it's not about nitpicking every single transaction. It's about understanding your financial behavior and making informed decisions based on that understanding. By understanding your overall spending behavior, you can make more informed financial decisions. So take a step back, observe, and let your spending trends guide your budgeting strategy. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Tip 5. Use the end of the year as a practice period for budgeting. Just as a musician rehearses before a concert or an athlete trains before a big game, you too can benefit from a period of practice before diving into a budgeting routine. The end of the year presents a unique opportunity to do just that. During this time, you can experiment with different budgeting strategies, identify what works best for you, and iron out any issues that may arise. You might consider tracking your spending habits or trying out a new savings method. Remember, this is a practice run. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. Moreover, using the final months of the year as a practice period allows you to hit the ground running when the new year begins. Instead of spending the first few months of 2024 figuring out your budget, you can start implementing it right away. By starting early, you can set yourself up for success in the coming year. So let's make the most of this practice period to secure a financially sound future. To recap, these 5 tips can help you take control of your finances and build a successful budget for 2024. Firstly, setting up regular financial meetings with yourself or a trusted partner can ensure you stay on top of your financial situation. By having these meetings, you can address any issues promptly and make necessary adjustments. Secondly, focusing on one area of spending each month allows you to become intimately familiar with your spending habits. This focus can help you identify patterns and adjust your behavior, ultimately leading to more efficient spending. The third tip reminds us that 80% success is good enough. You don't have to be perfect, just strive for improvement. If you can successfully stick to your budget most of the time, you're doing great. Don't let the pursuit of perfection derail your progress. Fourthly, look for overall trends in your behavior rather than dissecting individual transactions. This approach helps you gain a broader perspective of your finances and can lead to more impactful changes. Lastly, use the end of the year as a practice period for your budgeting. This gives you a chance to test out your budgeting strategies and make adjustments before the new year starts. Implementing these tips can help you gain control over your finances, leading to a sense of financial security and freedom. It is crucial to start now. By giving yourself time to practice and adjust, you'll be well prepared to tackle your financial goals in 2024. Remember, financial success is not about perfection, but progression. Start now and watch your financial health improve in 2024.